all love characters who challenge the world. But at what point does a savior turn into a monster? Light Yagami, Gojo Satoru, Eren Yaeger. 3 different worlds, 3 different stories, but the exact same psychological trap, the God complex. It always starts the same way. A normal human is given an impossible amount of power. But power doesn't just change your abilities, it rewrites your mind. Most people think a God complex means you think you are perfect. But in psychology, it's much darker. It's the absolute belief that you are the only one who can fix the world, and that anyone who stands in your way is subhuman. In this video, we are going to diagnose the 4 stages of their madness. And by the end, you will realize that the most dangerous monsters aren't the ones hiding in the dark, but the ones who believe they are the light. Stage 1 is loneliness. To build a god, you must first isolate a human. Look at Light Yagami before the Death Note. He was the perfect student, completely bored, looking down at a society he felt was decaying. Now, look at Gojo Satoru, literally defined by his isolation. His ability, infinity, physically prevents anyone from ever touching him. He is surrounded by people, yet completely alone in the stratosphere of his own power. When you are untouchable, your empathy begins to rot. You stop seeing people as equals and start seeing them as variables. This is the exact moment the trap snaps shut. Stage 2 is where the justification begins, the illusion of justice. No mastermind wakes up and decides to be evil. They all believe they are the cure. Light Yagami didn't start writing names because he wanted to be a criminal. He wanted to cleanse the world of filth. He chose a heavy burden, sacrificing his own peace to become a shield for the innocent. Eren Yaeger saw his mother devoured. He saw his people caged like cattle. His violence wasn't born from hatred, but from a desperate, suffocating desire for freedom. If the world refused to let his friends live, then the world had to disappear. Even Gojo, the ultimate defender of humanity, operates on this illusion. He doesn't save people because he deeply loves them. He saves them because he is the strongest, and it is his self-imposed duty. But what happens when the savior realizes that the rules of ordinary humans no longer apply to him? The illusion cracks, revealing the ego underneath. Stage 3 is the point of no return, the moment where the human ego completely shatters and the god takes over. For Light, it's the infamous laugh over L's grave. The mask of the brilliant student falls off, leaving behind a manic, desperate tyrant who screams, "I am the god of the new world." For Gojo, it happens high above the ground after facing Toji. Bleeding, laughing, completely detached from reality, he utters the chilling truth. Throughout heaven and earth, I alone am the honored one. In that second, he wasn't saving the world. He was simply intoxicated by his own untouchable strength. For Eren, it's the moment he stands before the founding Titan, looking down at the rumbling that will erase billions of lives. His eyes aren't filled with rage anymore. They are empty. He has accepted that to save his world, he must become the ultimate nightmare. They cross a line where morals die, and only their absolute willpower remains. Stage 4 is the final verdict. The ultimate tragedy of the god complex is that every false god must eventually fall. Light dies alone on a cold floor, crying out for a piece he destroyed with his own hands. Eren becomes the very monster he swore to eradicate, leaving his friends to pick up the pieces of a broken world. And Gojo, despite all his infinite power, learns that being a god means you are always destined to die alone. They wanted to change the world. They wanted to fix the broken system. But psychology teaches us a brutal lesson. When you elevate yourself above humanity to save it, you lose the very thing that makes you human. So ask yourself, who had the most justified god complex? trapped in their own power. Because in the end, we all love characters who challenge the world. But at what point does a savior turn into a monster?